Hi, I'm Mark Green with the Oklahoman in Washington. There's a big mess in the Gulf of Mexico. Make that two big messes. Of course, there's the ongoing environmental disaster caused by the BP oil spill. Then there's the growing political mess that's starting to drag down President Obama like one of those oil-soaked pelicans in the Louisiana marshes. The first problem the president can't really do much to fix. The second one, a mess of his own making, might be solved, but the damage, like the ecological impact of the Gulf Coast, probably will be long-lasting. The president's dilemma is twofold: questions about his administration's competence in managing the disaster, and questions about his leadership. The Obama administration's competence is being criticized mainly because it doesn't look like anyone's really in charge much of the time. Admiral Thad Allen is a stand-up guy and all that, but it's unclear how decisions higher up are being made and who's making them. Obama takes responsibility for the federal role, but outside some photo ops of him picking up tar balls on the beach, Americans really aren't sure how engaged he is. Of course, the expectations are unfair. What can Washington really do about an oil spill a mile underwater? Yet those expectations didn't just happen. For decades, Washington has claimed omnipotence, and Americans have welcomed more and more federal infiltration into their lives. These expectations have been cultivated mostly by Democrats. They're the party of big government, and now its limitations are being exposed, as they were during Hurricane Katrina. Even so, the limited chances for Washington to respond seem to have been squandered. Regulators, in the past and current administrations, appear to have been lax in monitoring the oil companies. Since the spill, there have been red tape delays to efforts to protect beaches and marshlands. In the past week, Americans have learned that Obama has yet to have a conversation with British Petroleum's CEO. Yet, the president says he's on top of things, he'll kick butts, and so on. His problem is it doesn't look that way. This connects with Obama's second problem, doubts about his leadership. The president's calm and cool nature has always been a double-edged sword. When bad things happen, Americans need calm and cool, but they also want assertive leadership. They want someone who will get mad, push aside incompetent subordinates, and identify with those who are suffering. Obama seems to lack this capacity. His anger seems contrived. His connection with the people seems distant. In the Wall Street Journal this week, columnist Dorothy Rabinowitz wrote that Obama's detachment comes from a lack of identification with the country at large. She said Obama is more the voice of an ideological class than a nation of Americans. This is a dangerous perception for Obama. When disaster strikes, Americans want a leader, not an academic lecture. In the BP disaster, they sense an absence of such leadership, which probably is the biggest problem facing President Obama right now.